Hello. Today I'll be talking on sleep being the silent pillar of health. So sleep is important, and in this our modern world where there is hyperstimulation, many economies are experiencing inflation and people have to work 2 to 3 jobs to be able to survive. Sleep is usually overlooked because sleep is now seen as a burden, and it doesn't help with motivational speakers telling you I had to sacrifice hours of sleep, I sleep only 4 hours a day. And even if it is not overlooked, because of the activities we're engaged in now, our brain somehow sometimes forgets to sleep. We are training the brain to ignore sleep. So you find out that some people find it difficult to sleep even when they have the time to sleep. They cannot sleep. The human brain needs about 8 hours of sleep to fully function. So these hours might even be increased in children and infants, but in adults, if you can get up to 6 to 8 hours of complete sleep every day, it will be beneficial for you. There's some other reasons why sleep is important. Physical health. Sleep is crucial for the body's repair and rejuvenation processes. Getting enough sleep is crucial for supporting the immune system, promoting cell regeneration, and managing a healthy weight. Chronic lack of sleep can have serious consequences on your health, such as increasing the risk of cardiovascular diseases, obesity, diabetes. It won't do you any good. You're depriving yourself of sleep and you're trying to lose weight. It only adds to hormonal imbalance, which could also make you to add more weight. So another function is mental function. So sleep plays a role in mental function, in that including memory consolidation. I happen to this was like a project I worked on in school on physiology of sleep, how sleep helps you to conserve memory. If you're someone who forgets things a lot, some people have mommy's brain, some people have problem recalling information. Like sleep could be your answer. Check yourself, are you getting enough sleep? Problem solving and creativity and concentration. It also assists in retaining sharpness and alertness throughout the day. So lack of sleep can impair your judgment, attention span, and it can decrease your productivity. So if you work, you would know that if you don't get enough sleep, somebody could be talking and your brain is already feeling like you're sleeping, just like your eyes are open but your brain is sleeping. Attention deficit, you can't pay attention, you are easily irritated, you are just angry. Some people will say this one woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You didn't get enough sleep. You should try to get enough sleep so that you can conserve memory. For students, those who need their memory a lot, you need to sleep. Depriving yourself of sleep during exam time, it's not beneficial actually. Before exam, you should take your time to be reading. Not when it's exam time, you start depriving yourself of sleep, pulling an all-nighter. Some people would have testified, they go into the exam hall and then they are blank. After staying up all night to read and then you are blank, you deprive your brain of rest. You don't expect the brain to function as much as you would like it to. So sleep is important. And emotional well-being, so it affects your mood. Like I said, you're easily irritated, you have anxiety, you are stressed, you are depressed, you have mood swings. Check yourself, are you getting enough sleep? You should try and get enough sleep. Then longevity. Sleeping has been linked to a longer lifespan because people who get sufficient sleep, like I said, they don't suffer. Their chances of suffering cardiovascular disease, which are heart diseases, is greatly reduced. Their body has enough time to recover, rejuvenate itself. So maybe this is the reason why those who sleep well are often linked to longevity. They live longer than those who do not sleep well. Because those who do not sleep well, they are stressed. Their body doesn't have enough time to heal. And for children that want to grow, growth hormone is usually released while people sleep. So if you have a child that does not go to sleep, chances are that child might be stunted later on in life. Either stunted physically or stunted mentally. So try to get your children to have sufficient sleep. At least 8 hours of sleep is crucial. If you have problems sleeping, you want to sleep better, I have some good sleep hygienes for you to maintain. Yes, it's a hygiene, a schedule for you to maintain to be able to sleep better. Number one sleep hygiene is to stick to a schedule. You should have a time by which you go, a bedtime. Once you have a bedtime, you have a wake time. You see that your body adapts to that, your biological clock adapts to that, and once it's your sleep time, your body starts to shut down so that you can sleep. And when it's your wake time, if you're used to having to wake up at a particular time, sometimes you find out that you even wake like a minute or two before your alarm clock. That's because your body has its own natural clock, which we call the circadian rhythm. So the circadian rhythm regulates your sleep and wake schedule. Your body already has a natural circadian rhythm. But sometimes because of work, our circadian rhythms are messed up. Sometimes because of jet lag, your circadian, from traveling from one time zone to another, your circadian rhythm is messed up. It might take some days for it to normalize again. So you have to help your circadian rhythm by sticking to a schedule, your wake and sleep time. So another way is create a sleep-conducive environment. When you are about to go to bed, try to make your environment conducive by reducing the amount of lights that are on. I suggest you switch from white bright lights to maybe yellow kind of lights. It helps set the mood for you. There are also some sleep lanterns on Amazon, on Jumia, you could also look at. There are fancy lanterns, just little, they give light, but at the same time they create an ambience that could help you sleep better. Limit screen time, which is where we are all guilty of. You want to sleep and you're pressing your phone. The blue light from the phone gets into your head, your eyes, and sends signal to your brain, which prevents the release of melatonin, which means you may not be able to sleep. So you pressing phone and let me press my phone a bit before I go to bed, you might end up staying awake for hours instead of sleeping. So limit your screen time if you know you want to sleep. And if you really have to press your phone, I suggest you get a Blu-ray glass like this one I'm putting on, anti-glare, to reduce the amount of blue light entering into your eyes, not just when you want to sleep, even during the day. If you are somebody who is always in front of a screen, whether computer, whether phone, you have to get these glasses. And also, I also suggest each phone has a sleep mode setting. So you could set the sleep mode so that once it gets to a certain time, like 8 p.m., the light changes to a yellowish kind of light. And even my own phone, all my devices are set. Once it's 7:30 or 8 p.m., they go into this mode, reduced light mode. And when it's 10 o'clock, my phone goes into black and white. Black and white, that's my sleep schedule. So that even if I'm pressing my phone, what I'm seeing, everything is in black and white. So it kind of like reduces the colors that will get into my head, and the grayscale mode it shows really helps me feel drowsy, and then I sleep. Watch your diet. Eating foods that are high in caffeine or alcohol close to bedtime could disrupt sleep, and overeating too could disrupt sleep, because if you eat too much, you'll be uncomfortable, you just keep turning around because you can't get a conducive position to sleep in. So you should watch your diet. Exercise regularly. Exercise about an hour or 30 minutes before you sleep. Just light stretches, a little exercise. It causes your body to relax, and then you just sleep good. Honestly, I've tried that and it's really worked. Like after exercising and I come back and I just lie down and I'm gone. Manage stress. Try to manage stress, especially before bedtime. Your bedtime is not time for you to start overthinking things. It will limit your sleep quality. And also, I think you should also get something like this sleep mask. It has helped me too. So even when I turn off the light in the room, I'm somebody I like sunshine. I like natural lighting. So if I don't get sunshine into my room, it affects my emotional state and I get depressed. I start feeling depressed. And then sometimes when I'm feeling depressed, I start remembering bad things, and I look around and say, oh, I've not opened the curtain. There's no sunlight. So when I open the curtain and sunlight floods the room, I honestly feel better. So I sleep in darkness. But at the same time, I let the moonlight and the stars into my room. I like it a lot. Like I like the natural lighting, but at the same time too, I need absolute darkness to be able to sleep. So this helps me. My body is feeling the natural light from the window, but my eyes are not feeling it because my eyes are completely dark. so I'm able to sleep. Some sleep disorders that you should be aware of: insomnia, difficulty falling asleep, difficulty staying asleep, sleep apnea, where your breathing stops and you have to fight for breath. There is restless leg syndrome. Your legs can't stay at a place when you want to sleep, just up and down. Then narcolepsy. These people actually don't have difficulty sleeping, but it's actually not sleep they are sleeping. Like they just go into a comatose stage. Sleep has stages. There's stage 1, 2, 3, 4. People that have narcolepsy, they skip stage 1 and 2 and enter stage 3 and 4, which is the part where before you wake somebody up, like you have to beat the person, depending on each individual though. So there's somebody who is sleeping during the daytime. You're supposed to be like sleeping like stage 1, 2, like it's easy for you to wake up, and especially if you're walking, you just want to take a nap, like it's easier. But people that are sleeping, that have narcolepsy, they could just fall asleep. They can be standing and they just sleep. They can be walking and they just sleep. And when I mean sleep, like stage 4 sleep that is difficult to wake them up. So, and circadian rhythm disorders for people whose biological clock has been disrupted, maybe because they are used to night shifts, they are traveling and all. So, if you have any of this, you should try knowing what works for you. You should be able to identify what kind you have. If you have something like narcolepsy, I suggest a sleep apnea, I suggest you see a doctor for it. But if you have something like insomnia or circadian rhythm disorders, you could try some natural remedies like sticking to a schedule, like I said, for those with circadian rhythm disorders. You could try some aromatherapy. So you could try meditation, you could try exercising more, relaxing your muscles. You could try having a warm bath before you sleep. You could try drinking milk and honey to help you sleep. You could try some natural remedies. But if you have tried having a sleep hygiene, sticking to a schedule and all natural remedies, and you're still finding it difficult falling asleep, I suggest to see a doctor so that the root cause of your sleeplessness can be found and treated. So if it's something like insomnia, the doctor sometimes may recommend magnesium supplements or melatonin supplements to help you. But either way, you have to see a doctor because everybody's unique and treatments are usually tailored for individual purposes. Now that you know about sleep and why it is important, I do hope you get a good sleep hygiene. I do hope you get what works for you. You try to sleep more. Sleep is not for lazy people. Sleep is for everybody. Your body gets to recover, to heal itself. It's very important. It's animals sleep, even plants to an extent, they fall asleep. There's a reason why the innate ability for you to sleep is there. So you should, while you're going in pursuit of your daily bread and ambitions that you have, you should also not negate things like this that help you stay long to achieve those, of which sleep is part of it, is very essential, which is why my topic was sleep being a pillar of health. So I watched a kind of science experiment on a Discovery Channel years ago. A man and a woman were kept awake for 2 days. They didn't let them get any sleep at all, not even a wink. And then they tried to give them some games to play to test their ability, and they failed everything woefully. Like, even at that, their movements were like drunk people. They were staggering, they couldn't concentrate, they couldn't even stay awake. That established the fact that sleep is necessary, because if you are having bad sleep, you already feel irritated. So imagine not having to sleep for days on days. You could actually go mad from there. You could actually just shut down and enter a comatose stage. It's possible. So these same people were also made another time to sleep for about, I think, 20 minutes. They'd sleep for 20 minutes, then they'll keep them awake for 2 hours, then they'll let them sleep for 20 minutes. And then also after the period of 2 days had passed, they tried to do those same tests on them again. They passed the test. They didn't really perform as much as somebody who had the best sleep, but they did well than when they did not get any sleep at all. So if you're somebody who cannot sleep, I don't know the reason why you can't sleep, maybe why you naturally cannot just climb your bed and sleep, maybe walk or something. You should try to sleep at any opportunity you get, take a nap. It helps. So even if it's 20 minutes nap, 30 minutes nap, just steal that nap. You need it. It's for you, not for any other person. Steal the nap if you need to. Cancel some unnecessary appointments if you need to. Get the sleep, because it's only those who are alive who are going to be able to achieve their dreams. So sleep is important. It is not for lazy people. You need to sleep. I hope this video has helped reiterate the fact that sleep is important and you actually need to get help if you cannot sleep. So thank you. See you another time.